All right, guys. Hello, everyone. Am I visible? Am I audible? आवाज आ रही है मेरी? हेलो जनता. गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन. मेरी आवाज आ रही है क्या? हेलो. हाय हाय हेलो हेलो हेलो. ओके, am I audible? हाय एवरीवन. हेलो. ओके परफेक्ट. हाँ आ रही है. हाँ ये अच्छा किया. लेट्स अपग्रेड. आपने ऐसे टोन करेक्शन कर दिया. ओके कूल कूल कूल. सो क्या चल रहा है दोस्तों? What's up? How was your day? Hmm? How was your day, जनता? मैं वीडियो क्वालिटी थोड़ी कम कर लेता हूँ. हाँ ओके. अरे बोल दो कैसा रहा आज का दिन सबका? क्या किया आज पूरे दिन तुमने? गुड गुड. ओके. चिल चिल किया. वेरी स्ट्रेसफुल सर. होप दिस गोज वेल. अरे व्हाई स्ट्रेसफुल बड़ी? व्हाट हैपेंड? कूल. कूल है. एग्जाम चल रहे हैं सर. एग्जाम चल रहे हैं. कौन से एग्जाम चल रहे हैं इस टाइम पे भाई? अब तो ऐसे छुट्टी होगी ना उसकी. क्या आ रहा है? होली आ रही है ना. होली की छुट्टी वुट्टी नहीं है? नहीं है. राम राम भाई. राम राम अभिषेक भाई. राम राम. हाउ आर यू सर? आई एम ऑल्सो गुड. आई एम ऑल्सो गुड बड़ी. सर डीएस से कैसे पढ़ें? डीएस से कैसे पढ़ें? डीएस से इंटरेस्ट से पढ़ें. अगर डीएस में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है तो डीएस से ना पढ़े. ठीक है. वेरी ऑनेस्ट फीडबैक. डीएस से इंटरेस्ट से पढ़े. अगर डीएस में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है तो डीएस से ना पढ़े. वेरी इजी. Good sir, I didn't attend yesterday's session. I got to know about this today only. Do I need to know basics of HTML? No worries, you can join from today itself. कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. It's okay. Just completed one Fiverr project. Okay, cool, cool उत्पल cool. बढ़िया है, बढ़िया है, बढ़िया है. Okay, how to improve on front-end projects, sir? If you want to improve your front-end skills, or not only front-end skill, I would say if you want to improve your development skills, the only thing that you have to do is by making the projects. That's it. By making the projects. The only thing that you can do is by making the project. Teach a project. Yes, I will teach a project on 15th of this month, 15th March. Okay. Thank you so much for my cutting. Okay, so 15th of March I'll take project. Okay, so 15th March को हम project करेंगे. That is I guess Netflix clone by using HTML CSS. So वो अपन लोग करने वाले हैं 15th March को. So आ जाना जिसको project सीखना है by using HTML CSS. हम तब सीख लेंगे project. Okay जी, चलो start करें आज का सेशन. जनता, कल के सेशन में anybody any doubts? Any doubts in yesterday's session? Should I upload that project on LinkedIn? Yeah, you can upload that project on LinkedIn. No worries. Of course, you can upload that project on LinkedIn. Okay, guys, do you guys have any doubt in yesterday's session? क्या किसी को कोई डाउट है कल के सेशन में दोस्तों? एक बार स्क्रीन शेयर की परमिशन मेरे को प्लीज. लेट्स अपग्रेड. सर वीडियो ऐड नहीं हो रही. वीडियो ऐड नहीं हो रही भाई. दैट वाज योर होमवर्क ना. That was your homework ना. You should do that ना. You should see ना how to add video. इतना मुश्किल है क्या? वो नहीं बताने वाला मैं यार. ये तो बहुत इजी सा काम है. How to create a project link. अरे ओके. सो ये तो बहुत इजी सा काम है ना. How to add a video in YouTube. ये भी तुम लोग नहीं कर पा रहे क्या? ऐसे मत करो यार. Can you see my screen? जनता, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen जनता? Guys, can you see my screen? Yes. Yes. Okay. Perfect. So अभी अपन क्या करते हैं? Basically, let us now start with the first thing first. कि basic structure कैसा होता है? No, you cannot see my screen. You cannot see my screen, guys. Somebody can see, some cannot see. What's this going on? Even I cannot see my screen. Let's upgrade. Can you please reshare my screen, because I myself cannot see my screen on YouTube. Like here, I have opened the YouTube session. I myself cannot see. No, now also. Sir, only background is there. Yes, only background is there. I myself cannot see. Let's upgrade. Please look into this, because I myself also cannot see my screen. You are not a politician. Definitely, I'm not a politician, buddy. And I don't want to be a politician exactly. Please reshare. Okay, I'll reshare. Wait. Stop sharing. Present. Screen share. And now, can you please try? Uh, no, I cannot see my screen. No, 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 no. Okay, I keep calling you Janta. It's my way of addressing. No, no, Shreya, no, no, no. It's not done. नहीं हुआ है. मैं एक बार दोबारा से, हाँ, श्योर श्योर श्योर, मैं एक बार दोबारा से प्रेजेंट करता हूँ. जस्ट अ मिनट. लेट मी प्रेजेंट विंडो. शायद विंडो प्रेजेंट करने से हो जाए. आई एम नॉट श्योर. नहीं. No, 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 no. I cannot see. Let me send you in the chat also. Wait. I can see this. Yeah, sure. गाइस एक मिनट रुको, अभी स्क्रीन दिखेगी. तब तक के लिए डोंट डोंट वरी. यार ये रैक रैक यू यू व्हाई यू आर प्रमोटिंग मी द बेस्ट बडी. लाइक करो, लाइक करो. Okay, anyways, till then, do you know Saurabh sir? No, I don't know Saurabh sir, buddy. I don't know Saurabh sir. Now I want to meet him. I'm listening this name since yesterday. Okay, so I want to meet him. Anyways, no worries. So अभी एक बार रिवाइज कर लेते हैं कल हमने क्या किया था. So yesterday we have done what the introduction of HTML basically, कि HTML क्या होता है and how we can like how tags works and how all the things works in HTML. So basically what is HTML? HTML is collection of elements, right? HTML is a collection of elements. Okay, and what is element? Element is collection of, yeah, ab ho gaya. But Shreya, just a second, I'll share my entire screen and please yeah, yep. Can you share it now? Okay. mm, नहीं नहीं, आई गेस वो पहले वाला लेआउट ना, जहाँ पे आई एम प्लेस्ड इन डाउन, लाइक इन, या दिस प्लेसमेंट विल वर्क आई गेस. Yeah, this placement is, yeah, done, it's done, perfect. Guys, now can you see my screen? अब मेरी स्क्रीन दिख रही होगी शायद. Guys, अब मेरी स्क्रीन दिख रही होगी. Yes, I guess now my screen is visible. Okay, perfect, no worries. So yeah, cool. So what we did yesterday, so yesterday we did a basic of HTML. That HTML is a collection of elements. And what is element? Element is collection of text and tags. Now that tag can be a opening tag or it can be a closing tag, right? That tag can be a opening as well as closing tag, right? But also there are some there are some tags which do not have a closing tag, जिनको हम बोलते हैं सेल्फ क्लोजिंग टैग्स. जैसे कि हमने कल देखा था इमेज, राइट? Image. So image is something that, which is a self closing tag, right? Which do not have a closing tag with it. Okay. I'm watching. Okay, thank you so much, Utpal. Thank you so much. Okay, sir, your hair is like Maggie. Okay, then come eat it. Come eat them, then come. Okay. right? So that is what the HTML is basically. And why we need to learn HTML? See, there are many more things out there, React and all those things. So why we need HTML then? Because it's basic, right? Browser does not understand any other thing but the basics, that is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. No matter whether you learn React, whether you learn Angular, whether you learn any other thing, HTML, CSS, JavaScript is something which browser will always understand till date. आगे कुछ चेंज हो जाए, I don't know. बट अभी के लिए डेट में क्या होता है, ये सब रिएक्ट वगैरह बिहाइंड द सीन जावास्क्रिप्ट और एचटीएमएल में ही कन्वर्ट होता है एंड दैट इट डज things. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let us make a sample website, yeah, or maybe a portfolio website, portfolio.html. ठीक है, एक पोर्टफोलियो बनाते हैं and I'll simply put the boilerplate. अब इस boilerplate में what I will do, see okay, so what we will do now in this boilerplate, so first thing first, we have certain divisions. Now understand one thing, yesterday we have not done one tag which is important also, that is div tag, division tag, right? Now in your HTML page you have several divisions, जैसे कि एक one division you have of about section, then maybe you have a division of project section, then maybe you have division of experience section, right? So we can have separate divisions, right? So यहाँ पे what I can do, for divisions I create a div tag. So इसमें I'll do a comment and I will say navbar. Okay, navbar. Suppose for example I am doing this, insert it away too, right? Navbar. Now also we have some more divisions. I'll place one more division, right? It's maybe a about section. Okay, then again I'll place a division which may be of maybe project sections. Okay, project project section, right? Then again a code division I can make. Okay, a code division as a screen thoda zoom karu. Okay, now is it fine? Is screen fine now? अभी ठीक है. यहाँ पे maybe I can say my what experience section, right? I can place one more div over here which may be of skills, and I can make one more div over here which may be of your feedback form, right? So now see what I have done. Basically your div divides your code into several blocks. Exactly, rightly said, that what I am doing over here, I am just dividing my blocks in several layers, right? I have divided my blocks in my code in several divisions, several layers. But is div the right word over here? Kya div right word hai? So now comes, no, what I can do, I can first divide them. I can first, instead of div, see, div is also right. But as I told you yesterday, there are some semantic tags, right? There is a structure that you need to follow. So what you can do over here, instead of using divs, see, navbar ke liye, I'll not use div. Instead, I will use header, right? Instead of div, I will use header tag. Now why I am using header tag? Because this is known as a semantic tag. Now what is semantic tags, right? Semantic tags kya hote hain? So when it comes to semantic tags are those tags which are self-explanatory, राइट? जैसे मान लो अब हेडर है, सो हेडर टैग एक सिमेंटिक टैग है जो खुद में एक्सप्लेन करता है. अगर मुझे ऊपर का हेडर बनाना है, राइट, ऊपर का nav bar बनाना है, इफ I need to make a nav bar and I need to make a search box inside that, I need to make a profile section and all those things. So ऊपर का जो कंटेनर है उसको हम we call it as a header, right? We call it as a header, right? So सिमेंटिक टैग्स वो होते हैं जो खुद से एक्सप्लेन करते हैं, राइट, जिनका एक मीनिंग होता है. टैग्स विच होल्ड सम मीनिंग, राइट, टैग विच होल्ड सम मीनिंग, जैसे कि हेडर हो गया, जैसे कि फुटर हो गया, राइट, ऑल दीज टैग्स, जैसे कि सेक्शन. नाउ सी व्हाट आई एम डूइंग ओवर हियर, I am dividing my code into different sections, right? About is a section, project section, experience section, skill section, right? All these are my sections, right? So what I will do instead of div, see, div is also right. Div is also right. I'm not saying div is not right, but when it comes to SEO, I told you, when it comes to search engine optimization, right, what will happen in your search engine optimization, section tag will help you over here. Why? Because it's a semantic tag, right? Section tag will help you over here. Why? Because it's a semantic tag, right? And it defines its use case. अब यहाँ पे मुझे about section बनाना है, project section बनाना है, right? So I need to make a section. So I need to use section tag over here, right? Insert SASEC, क्या कर रहा हूँ, section, right? I need to make section over here. एक minute. Yeah. So ये section I have made, right? Now for every other div, for all the other divs, I'll make a section. I'll make a section, right? So now first one is header, then comes my sections, then comes my footer, right? अब मेरा एक footer भी आएगा. So I'll add a footer also over here, right? So यहाँ पे मैंने footer भी add कर दिया है. Okay? Okay? Okay जी. So now my structure is set. Now my structure is perfect. Now I don't need to do anything in my structure, right? Now अब structure के अंदर, now see, once you are done with the outer structure, now if you want more divisions, if you want more division in your section tag, right? In your section tag, if you want more division, suppose it's about section, right? In your about section, now you can have your name, you can have your name out there, you can have your image, you can have your skills or maybe current designation, all the things, right? For all that separate division, for all those individual divisions, you can make div tags. You can make div tags, but for the outer I can say outer structure, for the outer structure, you need to go with semantic tags, the right semantic tag, right? This is the right semantic tag. अब इसके अंदर अगर आपको divisions create करने हैं, for that you have to use div tags. उसके लिए हम क्या यूज करेंगे? div tags यूज करेंगे. ठीक है, अभी के लिए इतना. अब चलते हैं, let us now go with the CSS also, right? Let's make a CSS file. So I'll make portfolio.css, right? I will make portfolio.css. So what I will do over here, now if you are making a CSS, you need to link your CSS over here, right? You need to link your CSS over here, right? So I'll just simply just type link over here, then choose this one, link colon CSS, hit enter, right? Now what is this? What I am doing over here? So I have made a CSS file, and if I want to link that CSS file to my HTML file, I need to give its path over here. तो यहाँ पे I need to give my file का name. So what is my file का name? My file का name is portfolio.css. So I am simply giving the path to my CSS file over here, so that my HTML and CSS file, they both are linked together, right? They both are linked together. Okay. Okay. Now there are certain what? Okay, let's now understand selectors. Okay, there are certain selectors in CSS. Now what are selectors in CSS? See, now suppose what you have to do. What is the role of CSS? Okay, let me first tell what is the role of CSS. So role of CSS is very simple, that you will say that, okay, I want to style some element. Like suppose I want to style this header, I want to style this section, I want to style this footer, right? You have to simply style any element, right? If you want to style any element, you need to apply CSS to it. That is the basic role of CSS, right? Exactly right. Now see what will happen. So let us relate it let us relate it with human beings. Okay, let us now relate it with the human beings. And now tell me, if you want to do styling of a human being, right? If you want to do styling of a human being, right? Should I, or just tell me one thing, can you do the styling? Can you do a styling of a particular human being if that particular human being is not available with you? अगर वो ह्यूमन बीइंग आपके पास नहीं है, if that particular human being is not with you, can you style that? Can you style that particular human? No, you cannot style that particular human, right? So what you need to do, first of all, you need to bring that human to you, right? You need to bring that human being to you. You need to, or either you need to go to that human being, right? आपको या तो उस ह्यूमन बीइंग को अपने पास पकड़ के लेके आना पड़ेगा, या फिर आपको खुद उसके पास जाना पड़ेगा, राइट? You both need to be together, right? You both need to be together, right? Then only you can style a particular human being. Just like that, if I am asking portfolio.css to style my header section, right? If I want my CSS to style any element, right, then should I, right, do I need to get that element to my CSS file? बोलो, क्या मुझे वो एलिमेंट CSS फाइल तक लेके जाना पड़ेगा? Yes or no, right? I need to take this element if I want header to be styled, right? If I want header to be styled, right, then I need to take this header element to my CSS file. ये करना पड़ेगा, राइट? अगर मैं चाहता हूं कि CSS किसी एलिमेंट को स्टाइल करे, तो मुझे उस एलिमेंट को पकड़ के CSS के पास लेकर के जाना पड़ेगा, राइट? तो इस एलिमेंट को पकड़ के CSS के पास कौन लेके जाता है? ये काम होता है सेलेक्टर्स का, राइट? This work is to be done by the selectors. So what selectors do? Selectors bring the element that is to be styled. Okay, selector bring the elements from HTML that is to be styled to your CSS file. Now there are many types of selectors, right? There are many types of selectors, right? We have element selector, class selector, ID selector, descendant selector, sibling selector, star selector, or like there are many adjacent selectors, right? There are many types of selectors, right? Pseudo selectors, okay? But there are many types of selectors, but in this bootcamp, we will focus on three major selectors, that is that is element selector, ID selector, and class selector. Okay, we will follow only three types of selectors in this bootcamp. Now, since you know what is selector, right, let us first understand what is your element selector. Okay, element selector, right? So now see, do you know what is element? Okay, do you know what is element? Guys, what is an element? This header is a element, this section is a element, this footer is a element, this body is a element, right? So what will happen if I write down these elements directly, right? If I write down header over here, right? If I write down section over here, right? If I write down footer over here, so what I am doing, I am directly targeting the element's name, right? So element selectors, these are those selectors which are being targeted by their names directly, right? So these are those types of selectors which are being targeted by their names directly. जैसे कि header, section, footer. If I want to target div, then I'll say div, right? If I want to target p, then I'll simply write p, right? So if I am selecting elements directly with their tag names, or directly with their names, or directly with their tags, right, they are known as your element selector. Okay, yahan tak koi doubt? So what I am doing over here, I am telling my CSS that okay CSS, in HTML file there is an element whose name is header. Okay, in your HTML file there is an element whose name is header. You need to bring that header to me. Right? And once you bring that header to me, you need to style the following things. जैसे कि अब मैं बोलूं यहाँ पे background color red, right? So when I am saying this, so I am saying that okay HTML, okay CSS file, there is an element by the name header. Bring that header element to me and apply the background color to red, right? इस element का background color आप red कर दो. इतना समझ में आया? I don't think so यहां तक कोई डाउट होगा किसी को. Do you guys have any doubts still here? यहां तक anybody any doubt? Element selector. So when you select any element directly by their tag name, right? When you select any element directly by their tag name, right? That is known as element selector, right? And you are telling the CSS that okay CSS, from this HTML file there is an element named header. Bring that element and change its background color to red. सिंपल सा, बहुत सिंपल है. ओके, अब चलते हैं दूसरे सिलेक्टर पे, विच इज नोन एज योर क्लास सिलेक्टर, राइट? क्लास सिलेक्टर. नाउ सी, देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम. ओके, देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम. नाउ व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम? Now the problem is that when I select section tag, okay, when I select section tag, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections, right? There are 5 sections. Now see, I'll show you. Wait. So I am selecting section tag and I am saying its height should be, okay, sorry, my bad. So height of selection tag should be say 100 pixels and width should be 100 pixels, right? And background color should be yellow and border should be 2 pixels solid black. Okay, this is what I told to my this thing. Now let me dispose the post. Let me go live again. मैं एक बार दोबारा से go live जाता हूं and let me show it to you. Wait. ये देखो यार, ये हुआ मेरा, राइट? नाउ सी द प्रॉब्लम. अच्छा, हेडर क्यों नहीं हुआ? HEADER. कॉपी दिस, पेस्ट इट, सेव इट. अच्छा, मैंने वो नहीं दिया इसलिए नहीं हुआ. जस्ट अ मिनट. हाइट 100 VH, विड्थ 100 VW. अरे इसे क्या दिक्कत? हाँ, अच्छा ठीक है, हो गया, राइट? सो नाउ सी, वी हैव अ प्रॉब्लम. द प्रॉब्लम इज दैट सी, नाउ आई नीड टू स्टाइल माय सेक्शन. ठीक है, आई नीड टू स्टाइल माय सेक्शन एंड आई टोल्ड दैट ओके CSS, just do one thing. From HTML, bring section and put the height of 100 pixels, width of 100 pixels and background color of yellow. Now see, we have a problem in this. Okay, what is VHVW? I'll explain that later on. अभी के लिए मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ explain. I'll explain that later on. फिलहाल के लिए इसको हटा दो. Ignore this. Now see, the problem is I have 5 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 sections. So when I targeted it by using the element tag, it has targeted all the sections, right? It has targeted all the sections, right, from my HTML, and it has given the same styling. Now what I want the first 3 sections, right? First 3 sections should be in yellow color and last 2 sections should be of red color. Now I want this. That first 3 sections should be of yellow color and last 2 sections should be of red section. Now, if you want to achieve this kind of styling, you cannot do it by using the element selector, because what element selector will do, element selector will target all the elements whose name is section. तो एलिमेंट सिलेक्टर क्या करेगा, जिन जिन का नाम सेक्शन है उन सबको टारगेट करके ले आएगा और सब पे सेम स्टाइलिंग अप्लाई कर देगा. अब मुझे क्या करना है, व्हाट आई नीड टू डू नाउ इज कि जो पहले 3 सेक्शंस हैं उसका कलर आई वांट टू बी येलो एंड लास्ट के 2 सेक्शन का कलर आई वांट टू बी इन रेड. सो व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल गिव दी क्लासेस. राइट, मैं क्या करूंगा, जो मेरे पहले 3 सेक्शंस हैं, राइट, जो मेरे पहले 3 सेक्शंस हैं उन सेक्शन पे आई विल अप्लाई दी क्लास ऑफ से येलो. राइट, इन 3 सेक्शन पे मैंने येलो नाम की क्लास अप्लाई कर दी एंड जो लास्ट के 2 सेक्शंस हैं उन पे आई विल अप्लाई दी क्लास से रेड. सो नाउ व्हाट आई विल डू, आई टारगेट दी क्लास. नाउ सी वी हैव अ प्रॉब्लम. नाउ इफ आई टारगेट येलो बाय दिस, राइट, नाउ टेल मी अगर मैं येलो को ऐसे टारगेट करता हूं तो व्हाट डज इट सिग्निफाइज, it signifies that there is a element. If I target yellow directly by this, so this CSS will search for this yellow नाम का element. But क्या मेरे HTML में yellow नाम का कोई element है? Yes or no? See, now understand this thing very carefully. It is important. If I am targeting header, if I am targeting section, if I am targeting footer, right? What is this? What was this? This was my element selector, right? So I am targeting it directly by their names. Likewise, I am writing yellow over here. But if I am writing yellow over here, it means this CSS will search for yellow नाम का element, right? But do I have a yellow नाम का element? No. Yellow नाम का element नहीं है. Yellow नाम की क्या है? Class. So always remember, when you have to target class, you need to use dot. You will use this dot class. So this dot signifies that you are using the class name. Okay, this dot over here. So when you use dot, okay, when you use dot or say dot, okay, when you use dot, it signifies that you are referring to the class selector, right? So when you use dot, it signifies that you are using the class selector. So अब मैंने क्या बोला, अब मैंने CSS को बोला कि okay CSS, जितनी भी yellow नाम की classes है, since I am using dot, so what it will do, it will target all the yellow नाम की classes, and जितनी भी yellow नाम की classes हैं उसका बीजी कलर जो है आप कर दो येलो. ठीक है जी, उसका बीजी कलर येलो कर दो. एंड लाइकवाइज जितनी भी रेड नाम की क्लासेस है, ठीक है, जितनी भी मेरी रेड नाम की क्लासेस हैं उनका बैकग्राउंड कलर आप क्या कर दीजिए, उनका बैकग्राउंड कलर आप रेड कर दीजिए. राइट, सो लेट अस सी क्या ये हुआ. यस जी हाँ, ये देखो ये हो गया. सो पहली 3 क्लासेस, जो पहले 3 सेक्शंस हैं उनका कलर येलो हो गया एंड लास्ट के 2 सेक्शंस का कलर क्या हो गया, रेड हो गया. बोलो यहां तक कोई समस्या, दुविधा, परेशानी किसी को? टेल मी. अच्छा, so how I am adding multiple elements, multiple attributes to the CSS. So what you have to do, you just have to you just have to press alt and you just have to click wherever you want to add attributes. So it will get you the multiple cursors. Okay, alt दबा करके आप क्लिक कर दो जहां जहां पे आपको cursors चाहिए. It will give you difference in class and ID. मैं आ रहा हूं, उसी पे आ रहा हूं. राइट, मैं क्लास एंड आईडी पे आ रहा हूं. कोई कष्ट नहीं है. ओके, बढ़िया. व्हाट आर यू ईटिंग, दिस इज द क्वेश्चन. आई एम ईटिंग क्या बोलते हैं इसको, तरबूज, watermelon. I am eating watermelon. Okay, now see, now what happens, now I have one more problem. Now my problem statement is, right, now my problem statement is that to this second सेक्शन, राइट, इस सेकंड सेक्शन को, राइट, नो वरीज बडी, इस सेकंड सेक्शन को, अब all the sections, right, in my all the section I have the height and width of say 100 pixels. ठीक है, I have height and width of say 100 pixels, right? Now to this second section, to this second element, what I want to give height of 200 pixels and width of 200 pixels, एक particular को. So what I will do, when you have to target one particular element, or I can say when you have to target the only element, सिर्फ एक ही element target करना है, right? Then you give them ID. So I'll give a ID to this second element and I'll say second second element, right? So now I have given the ID and I'll copy this. Now यहां पे मैं लिखता हूं क्या, ID selector, right? And I will write second element. So again, this second element over here, I cannot write it like this. Why? Because it will start searching for the element selector, but second element नाम का कोई element है ही नहीं. Also, if I apply dot over here, then it will start searching for the class name. But क्या ये second element class है? No, it is not class. It is a ID. So when you have to use ID, you need to use hashtag, right? When you have to target ID selector, you need to use hashtag over here, right? So I will simply copy this. I'll simply paste it. When you use hash, or I can say hash, it signifies that you are referring to ID selector. ठीक है जी. So अब ID आया, अब इसका मैं क्या कर दूंगा, width I'll change to 200 pixels and height also I'll change to 200 pixels. ठीक है जी. Let us see. Reload करें. हाँ, ये देखो, ये हो गया, ये हो गया, right? So what we are doing over here, what is the difference then? What is the difference then in class and ID selector? Let us understand this thing, okay? Like, what is the difference between class and ID? So when it comes to class, let us understand it by the example of an classroom. ठीक है, classroom के example से समझते हैं, right? Let us understand by the example of classroom that what happens. See, in your classroom, right, everybody has a unique roll number. Yes or no? सबका एक unique roll number होता है. We have a unique roll number, right? Now, why that roll number is given? Understand this thing very carefully. So, अब, if I talk about element selector, right? If I talk about element selector, so we have a class, we have a student class, right? We have a class of students in which we have 10 girls and 10 boys, right? We have 10 girls and 10 boys. So if I am saying all the boys come with me, right? So what I am doing, I am targeting same types of element, right? I am targeting all the boys element, right? I am targeting all the boys element, right? ER stands for engineer. Yes. ER stands for engineer. Yes. Okay. So I am targeting all the boys element. If I am saying कि जितने भी boys हैं, all the boys come with me, right? There is a class, and in the class we have 10 boys and 10 girls, right? And I am saying all the boys come with me. So what I am doing? I am doing a generic selection and I am targeting all the boys नाम के element. So जितने भी boys नाम के element है, वो सारे आ जाओ. So that is what a element selector is. ठीक है, that is what a element selector is. And if I am saying all the girls come with me, तो जितनी भी girls नाम की element है, वो सारे मेरे साथ आ जाएंगे, right? So that is what a element selector means. ठीक है, that is what a element selector is. Now अगर मैं class selector को explain करूं, तो see, class selector, we can have multiple classes. We can give multiple classes to same elements. जैसे कि क्या एक क्लास में दो बच्चों के नाम राहुल हो सकते हैं? Yes or no? Or let me reframe the question. Can I have multiple Rahul in one class? Tell me, can I have multiple Rahul in one class? Yes or no? I can have multiple Rahul, right? I can have multiple Rahuls. So if I am saying Rahul come with me, if I am saying to the same class, राहुल कम विद मी, तो क्या सारे बॉयज आएंगे? तो क्या सारे बॉयज आएंगे? इफ आई एम सेइंग राहुल कम विद मी, तो क्या सारे बॉयज आएंगे? टेल मी यस और नो, क्या सारे बॉयज आएंगे? नहीं, सारे बॉयज नहीं आएंगे, राइट? सारे बॉयज नहीं आएंगे, लेकिन क्या सारे राहुल आएंगे? टेल मी, विल ऑल द राहुल कम? विल ऑल द राहुल कम? यस, सारे राहुल आ जाएंगे, राइट? सो अगर मैं बोलता ऑल द बॉयज कम विद मी, तो सारे बॉयज नाम के एलिमेंट उठ करके आ जाते। बट इफ आई से ऑल दी राहुल कम विद मी, तो जितने बॉयज में, अब देखो बॉयज क्या था, एक एलिमेंट था, उस बॉय के अंदर एक क्लास मुझे मिली राहुल नाम की, तो मैंने सारे राहुल्स को टारगेट कर लिया। अब वी हैव अ प्रॉब्लम नाउ, सपोज करो मेरे पास 3 राहुल है, राहुल 1, राहुल 2, राहुल 3, ठीक है? अब एक राहुल ने शीशे का कांच फोड़ दिया, राइट? एक राहुल ने शीशे का कांच फोड़ दिया। अब हमने, प्रिंसिपल ने क्या किया, प्रिंसिपल ने पीटी सर को बोला कि सर क्लास 10th में से राहुल को उठा के ले आओ। क्यों? क्योंकि राहुल ने कांच तोड़ा है। अब पीटी सर को यह नहीं पता कि राहुल 1 ने तोड़ा है, राहुल 2 ने तोड़ा है, या राहुल 3 ने तोड़ा है, राइट? सो पीटी सर जाएंगे, एक राहुल को पकड़ के ले आएंगे। अब सपोज करो कांच तोड़ा गया था राहुल 1 के थ्रू, पीटी सर राहुल 2 को पकड़ के ले आए और पिटाई होगी राहुल 2 की। तो क्या ये सही बात है? बोलो, गलती किसी ने करी, पिट कोई गया, राइट? दैट इज व्हाट अ क्लास सेलेक्टर इज, राइट? दैट इज व्हाट अ क्लास सेलेक्टर इज। नाउ वहीं पे रोल आता है किसका? आईडी सेलेक्टर का। एंड दैट्स व्हाट, अब सपोज करो वी हैव 3 राहुल्स, बट roll number of Rahul 1 is 1, roll number of Rahul 2 is 2, roll number of Rahul 3 is 3, right? Roll number of Rahul 3 is 3. So what will happen? Suppose Rahul 1 has broken the glass, right? Suppose Rahul 1 has broken the glass. So what principal will say to PTI? Principal will say to PTI that, okay PTI, from class 10th, what you do, just bring Rahul to me. And what PTI will say, okay ma'am, we have 3 Rahuls, roll number 1, roll number 2 and roll number 3. कौन सा रोल नंबर लेकर के आना है? सो पीटीआई प्रिंसिपल विल से, ओके गेट मी दी रोल नंबर 1, राइट? अब रोल नंबर 1 तो एक ही राहुल का हो सकता है ना पूरी क्लास में, सेम रोल नंबर 2 अलग अलग बच्चों को नहीं अलॉट हो सकते, राइट? सो इफ यू हैव टू स्पेसिफिकली टारगेट अ सिंगल एलिमेंट, right? If you have to specifically target a single element, which is always unique element, right? एक unique identity. If you want to give a unique identity, right? Then you need to target the ID selector. बात समझ में आई? Yes or no? Which window you are using? I am using Windows 10. यहां तक anybody, any doubt? कोई समस्या, दुविधा, परेशानी किसी प्रकार की? ओके देन, चले आगे। चलो, सिलेक्टर्स क्लियर है? सिलेक्टर्स क्लियर है? अगर सिलेक्टर्स क्लियर है, लेट्स डू द स्टाइलिंग नाउ, ठीक है? नाउ अच्छा, एक चीज और याद रखना, जस्ट रिमेंबर वन थिंग, just remember one thing, that when it comes to HTML and CSS, okay, when it comes to HTML and CSS, borders are the best debuggers. When it comes to HTML CSS, borders are the best debuggers. Why I am saying? I am eating, क्या बोलते हैं, तरबूज, I am eating तरबूज, okay? अरे छोड़ ना विष्णु, yesterday there were watching 600, अभी there are 200. Let me tell you, कल there will be only 100 people watching this. Let me tell you this thing, right? And उस 100 में से भी हार्डली 30 या 40 बच्चे ऐसे होंगे जो मुझे ढंग से सुन रहे होंगे, right? And I am only concerned for those 30 and 40 people, right? So it happens in every session. So I'm not at all concerned for this कि कल 600 थे, आज 200 हैं, कल 600 भी बेकार थे, आज के 200 भी बेकार है. I am just concerned for those 20 to 30 or 40 people, those who are listening me carefully. That's it. That's it. Even LetsUpgrade is also concerned for those 30, 40 people, right? That's it. Okay. So, yeah. सो या मैं कहां पे था, मैं कहां था, मैं भूल गया। अरे मैं क्या बता रहा था, हाँ सो यस, नहीं मैं क्या बता रहा था, मैं भूल गया। Other type no, see I cannot cover all the type of selectors because time is not allowing me, right? Ha, debugger, right? So borders are the best debuggers. Now what is debugger? So debugger means when you have a problem, right? When you have a problem, so what you used to do, you used to backtrack your things. You need to see the things ki exactly problem kahan pe hui hai, right? Exactly problem kahan pe hui hai, that is what you need to figure out. Okay, that is what you need to figure out कि exactly आपकी प्रॉब्लम कहां पे हुई है। ओके, आप उसको फिगर आउट करते हो, एंड देन व्हेन यू एंड दैट लाइक फिगरिंग आउट वेयर द प्रॉब्लम इज नोन एज डीबगिंग द कोड। ओके, फिगरिंग आउट वेयर द प्रॉब्लम इज, वेयर द एक्चुअल प्रॉब्लम is known as the debugging the code, is known as debugging the code. Okay, 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 so that is what debugging. So now why I am saying borders are the best debuggers, because when you use borders now, when you use borders, what happens is borders tell you that where your element is starting and where your element is ending, right? Border tells you this thing, that from where your element is starting and from where your or to where your element is ending. So if you are aware about this thing, that from where your element is starting to where your element is ending, you can easily style that element, right? You can easily style that element. Okay, okay, so that's why borders are the best debuggers. अब आते हैं headers पे. So let me apply the border 2 pixels solid red. So now this is the structure of border, right? This is how you make a border. That first you will give the width of border, कि border का कितना width होना चाहिए. So I am saying border की width should be 20 pixels. Then you say borders का वो क्या होना चाहिए, type क्या होना चाहिए. It should be a solid border, it should be a dotted border, it should be a dashed border, right? And then you ask what is the color of border, कि border का color क्या होना चाहिए, right? So I have applied the border, right? And now I will give some height. I'll give say 100 pixels, and width I'll give say 100%. I'll save it and let's see this. Okay जी, so ये मेरा हो गया, इसको मैंने zoom कर रखा है, reset करते हैं. Yes, so this is my header. Please pronounce the name of प्रसाद. हाँ प्रसाद अन्ना. ओके, यार तुम लोग ऐसा क्यों, मतलब क्या हो जाता है नाम लेने से? अटेंडेंस मिलती है क्या? अटेंडेंस मिलती है क्या ऐसे नाम लेने से? प्रसाद अन्ना इज प्रेजेंट इन माय क्लास. ओके, नाउ यू विल गेट द अटेंडेंस. क्या यार तुम लोग भी यार, ठीक है. एनीवेज, so this is now, see, now I know that okay, from here my header is starting and to here my header is ending. So now I exactly know what if we don't use border type. Like, yeah, that will not like not work. I've never tried it, buddy. Let's try it. Okay, let's try it. I don't know. Yeah, see, I told you it's not working, right? It will not work. It will not work unless and until you give the type. It will not work. Okay, so yes, ठीक है जी, ये मेरा बॉर्डर हो गया. नाउ आई विल से जितने भी सेक्शंस हैं, ऑल दी सेक्शंस, आई वांट टू गिव द विड्थ ऑफ से 100%. विड्थ 100% का दे दो सबको, एंड जो हाइट है, हाइट शुड बी से 500 पिक्सल्स की हाइट दे दो. तो ये मेरे सारे सेक्शंस की हाइट और विड्थ उसने मुझे अलॉट कर दी, right? He has allotted all the height and width to all the sections. Okay जी, perfect है. Now ये जो मेरा कलर था, I will remove this colors अभी के लिए, and I will remove this also अभी के लिए. Yeah, what I'll do, I'll remove this thing only. I'll remove this. I'll remove this, and I will remove this. Okay. Yep. ठीक है. So now all the sections I have, now see, I can easily see all the sections, है ना? Also now one thing is left, which is footer. ठीक है जी, तो मैं footer को क्या करता हूं, I'll target footer also. Simple, over here height I will say 200 pixels, and width I'll say 100%. Save it and let's do it. ठीक है जी, border लगा देते so that you can see border 2 pixels solid red. Okay. Can you see this now, Janta? So this is my footer, this is my section and header. Koi problem? Any problem so far? What are you asking, Utpal? What are you asking? I didn't see your question. So sorry. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. No problem so far. आगे चले. आगे चलते हैं फिर. चलो. ठीक है जी. All clear. Perfect. Let's move ahead. So आगे क्या करना है अब अपने को? अब अपने को एलिमेंट्स के वो लिखने हैं. ठीक है जी. एलिमेंट्स के नाम लिखते हैं अपन. जैसे कि हेडर में हेडर बाद में बनाते हैं. पहले अबाउट सेक्शन की बात करते हैं. राइट. सो दिस इज माय about section, right? So I will in my about section what I need to do. First of all, I need to take my name. So my name is Rishabh Sharma, right? Also I need to write a designation of me, right? So my designation is say front front end developer prompt engineer and educator. ठीक है जी, ये मैंने लिख लिया. फ्रंट एंड डेवलपर, प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियर एंड एजुकेटर. राइट. ओके, कूल है. नाउ ऑल्सो आई नीड टू गिव माई फोटो. मुझे अपना इमेज भी देना है. राइट. सो व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल टेक अ इमेज टैग एंड आई विल ऐड सम इमेज लेटर ऑन. अभी के लिए नहीं कर रहा. अभी के लिए ऑल्ट लिख देते हैं बस. इमेज हियर. राइट. लेट्स सी दिस. ये देखो, ये आगे कुछ इस टाइप से. राइट. इट कम्स समथिंग लाइक दिस. ओके, कूल है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. अब अच्छा, इसको मैं स्टाइलिंग करना तो मैं कल बताऊंगा, आज नहीं बताऊंगा, बिकॉज वी नीड सर्टेन दिस थिंग. वी नीड टू नो व्हाट we need to know flex for that. Okay, we need to know flex for that. Sir, you aren't answering my question from yesterday. Kya hua, Nitika? What is your question? I didn't see your question. Even today also I didn't see your question. What is your question? Can you please write again in the chat box? I have not seen your question. Even I have seen your name first time, Nitika. I'm sorry for that. Excuse me, sir, can you tell me overview, like what topics will you so I have taken selectors as of now, like class selector, id selector and element selector. Okay, so far. Okay, sir, what is your question? Yeah, Nitika, what is your question? Can you please write your question? How to see that message I have deleted? Let's upgrade. Okay, so yeah, यहाँ पे मैंने लिख दिया. So I have written this thing over here. Now my next section is project section, right? So ये मेरा क्या है? Project section है. I will remove this ID also. मैं इस ID को भी अभी के लिए remove कर देता हूँ. So in my project section, what I will do? I need to mention many projects. So now see this thing very carefully. सबसे पहले मैं अपने project की एक image डालूंगा. Then I will take the name of my project. So I will use h2 tag over here. Project 1 name, right? Then I will take skills wala part, right? कि project की skills क्या थी. So maybe for that I'll use h4 tag. Okay, and I will write say HTML, CSS, JS, something like this. Then in p tag I will write description, right, which is lorem 10 suppose, right? So this is my description. So this was one project, right? Ek project. Ab can I have multiple projects? Can I have multiple projects, right? So what I will do over here, I will put this inside a div tag. I will put this inside a div tag, right? I will wrap this inside my div tag, so that now I can make multiple projects. projects, right? So we have a, see, now we have a project 1 over here. So इसको मैं class दे देता हूँ. I'll give class, right? Project, project project 1, right? So this is my project 1. Rather, I will say project 1 container, right? I will say project 1 container. I'll copy this. I'll paste it. So this is my project 2 container. This is my project 3 container. And here comes my project 4 container, right? When it comes to name, project 4 name, project 3 name, project 2 name. All shift F. Okay जी. यहां तक anybody any doubts? Like cards, exactly. It's like cards. So in my project section, since I have multiple, right? Since I have multiple cards to make, so I have made those cards like a divs, and inside that divs, I have this, all these containers, right? Yahan tak I don't think so you guys should have any doubts, right? I don't think so. No, I don't know Python, buddy. I'm so sorry, Prasad. I don't know Python. I have never done Python, so I cannot teach Python. I'm so sorry for that. अच्छा, नितिका का क्वेश्चन है, वो रोटेट होने वाली डैश बॉर्डर कैसे बनती है? अच्छा, सो नितिका, दैट इज योर क्वेश्चन, दैट वो रोटेट होने वाली डैश बॉर्डर कैसे बनती है. सो फॉर दैट वी कैन यूज एनिमेशंस, राइट? उसके लिए वी हैव टू यूज एनिमेशन फॉर दैट. ओके, सो एनिमेशन आई एम नॉट श्योर कि अभी कवर होगा कि नहीं होगा. So, but yes, animations ke through you can make that. Sir, yesterday, today is also you are on fire. And okay, thank you so much, buddy. I am always like this only. So if it's my session, then I'm always like this. No worries. Okay, cool. So now my project wala part is done. Let us see how it looks like. So yes, this is how my project section looks like. Okay, this is how my project section looks like. That is cool. That is so cool. No worries. Okay. Yep. So इसको मैं collapse कर देता हूँ. About section collapse कर देता हूँ. Now what else we have? Experience, right? So now we have a experience. ठीक है जी. Experience div. So experience में क्या करेंगे? Now see again, we can have multiple experiences, right? We can have multiple experiences, right? So again, what I will do, I will apply a div, right? I'll apply a div over here. Now in this, I'll add a class experience1 container, right? So I'll add experience1 container over here. Experience में क्या आता है? Where did you learn React? No, I have not learned React from Code with Harry. No, I have not done React from Code with Harry. Okay, so now experience में हम क्या क्या लिखते हैं? कंपनी का नाम. So again, H2. So company 1 name, right? Then comes your H4 designation. क्या था? Designation 1, right? Then maybe a paragraph of your what projects done, right? Paragraph of projects done. But again, yes, ये paragraph नहीं आएगा. We can have multiple projects in one company, right? So again, it will be a div. Why? Because we have multiple projects, right? So project, okay, it will be a class name over here. Class name that project 1 container, right? Project 1 container. So now over here, again, over here, what I have a H3, right? I have a H3 which says project project 1 name, right? Then we have H5 or maybe H5 only. H5 लेते हैं जहाँ पे project tech stack, right? Then comes your control Z, then comes your paragraph tag which says project description, right? DESC, project description, which is again lorem 10. अरे यार LOREM 10, ठीक है जी. Alt Shift F. ये प्रोजेक्ट 1 की डिटेल्स हो गई. लाइकवाइज आई वुड बी हैविंग मोर प्रोजेक्ट की डिटेल्स, राइट? प्रोजेक्ट 2 की डिटेल्स हो गई यहाँ पे, राइट? आई विल से प्रोजेक्ट 2 का नेम, राइट? सो दिस इज हाउ यू मेक योर HTML, राइट? अब ये एक्सपीरियंस था एक कंपनी का. लाइकवाइज आई डुप्लीकेट इट and I will write again क्या experience 2 container. So this is my experience 2 container, right? Company 2 name और designation 1 ही रहेगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Any problem so far? I don't think so. I'm simply writing बहुत simple सा code. It is very simple सा code. Let us see over here. अच्छा, ये overlap हो रहा है, इसको we will fix. Okay, ये जो overlap हो रहा है इसको we will fix. मैं एक काम करता हूं, अभी के लिए जो project 4 है मैं उसको अभी के लिए हटा ही देता हूं, वरना आप लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे. ठीक है जी. सो वी हैव प्रोजेक्ट 2, प्रोजेक्ट 3 नेम, कंपनी 1, प्रोजेक्ट 1, प्रोजेक्ट 2, कंपनी 2, डेजिग्नेशन 1, प्रोजेक्ट 1, प्रोजेक्ट 2. ठीक है जी. या लेट मी डू वन थिंग. अभी के लिए आई विल रिमूव दिस हाइट फ्रॉम हियर. मैं अगर इस हाइट को रिमूव कर दूं तो मेरा सब कुछ सॉल्व हो जाएगा. हाँ, ये देखिए, ठीक है. If I have removed this height, everything is sorted, so I can get this back. Okay ji. So now we have this name over here, project 1 का name, project 2 का name, project 3 का name, project 4 का name, उसके skills, उसका description, company 1 designation, project 1, project 2, company 2 designation, project 1, project 2. जस्टिफाई कंटेंट सेंटर. अरे रुक जा भाई, फ्लेक्स कल बताऊंगा. फ्लेक्स आज नहीं बता रहा, फ्लेक्स कल बताऊंगा, ठीक है? अभी मैं फ्लेक्स नहीं बता रहा हूं, अभी आई एम नॉट कमिंग ऑन फ्लेक्स, सो प्लीज डोंट फ्लेक्स, राइट? ये बता के कि तुम्हें फ्लेक्स आता है, फ्लेक्स मत करो, बिकॉज मैं पूछने पे आया तो तुम नहीं बता पाओगे. सर प्लीज टेल अबाउट व्हाट आर दोज स्किल्स रिक्वायर्ड टू गेट अ हाई पेड जॉब इन IT सेक्टर. सी, the only skill that is must, ठीक है, is you need to represent yourself. You need to know how to represent yourself. ठीक है. I am willing to take JS class. Maybe you can recommend LetsUpgrade again. भाई मेरे हाथ में नहीं है ये क्लासेस लेना. मेरे पास बस एक कॉल आता है कि सर ये क्लास के लिए अवेलेबल हो क्या. अगर मैं अवेलेबल होता हूँ, I say yes, I am available. So maybe हाँ, system design I can take, front end system design I can take, yes, and JS also I can take, React also I can take, but again आपके ऊपर है ये. Yeah, so see basically now what happens when it comes to your IT की अगर मैं बात करूं, so IT में the only skill which is required is you need to know how to speak, right? You need to know how to represent yourself. Technical skills are always secondary. Technical skills are always secondary. Technical skills can be taught, right? Like I am teaching you some skills, technical skills can be taught, but your behavior, right? Your behavior, how you represent yourself, that is something which comes from inside, right? That is something which comes from inside. ठीक है, तो वो चीज आपको आनी बहुत जरूरी है to get a high paid job. नहीं यार, ये फालतू सवाल नहीं था, ये इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन था. तो now we have a skills section, right? So skills में हम क्या कर सकते हैं? We can have a list over here, right? Skills में we can have a list, right? So now tell me, there are 2 types of list, right? There are 2 types of list. Oh, basically there are 3 types of list, but we will only concentrate on 2 types of list. The first one is ordered list and the second one is unordered list, right? So what is the difference between ordered and unordered list? Let us understand that first. So ऐसी list you must have seen ना, you must have seen such type of list जिसमें you have a numbering 1 2 3 4 या ABCD or something like that, right? The list with numbers, right? The list with numbers is known as ordered list, right? And the list without numbers, which has some bullet points, right? Which had some bullet points like dot, right? That is unordered list. And the third type of list which Nitika is asking is known as description list, right? That is description list. Okay. Okay, so basically I would be using OL over here. So ordered list ke liye we always go with OL, right? Ordered list ke liye, or rather yahan pe OL bhi nahi aayega, yahan pe I need to write description list, right? Yahan pe I need to use description list. So let me first tell you the difference, right? So let me first show you, rather, right? Order list mein kya hota hai, let me first show you. Li list item 1, right? 2, 3, 4. Okay ji, and let me compare it with UL. Now see the difference between OL and UL. See, this is the difference between OL and UL. So in your OL stands for ordered list. Okay, OL stands for ordered list. So in OL you have something like this 1, 2, 3, 4 and something like this, right? But in your UL, which is unordered list, there is no numberings. There is just bullet points. There are just bullet points with your unordered list. Likewise, we have a third list, right, which is DL, right? That is description list. Now, how to understand description list? See, everybody when your mother asks you to go to market, right? When your mother asks you to go to market, what you used to do, you make a list that, okay mummy, tell me chini kitna kilo lana hai, right? So you just put chini, then dash, then 1 kg, right? Dal dash urad ki 1 kilo, right? Then you do प्याज 1 kilo, right? चावल कौन से, बासमती चावल 1 किलो. सो बेसिकली व्हाट यू नीड टू डू, व्हाट यू डू बेसिकली, आप पहले एक टाइटल लिखते हो. यू एड अ टाइटल फर्स्ट, राइट? देन यू एड इट्स डिस्क्रिप्शन कि क्या लेना है और कितना लेना है, राइट? लाइक चीनी कितनी लेनी है, 1 किलो लेने हैं. चावल कौन से लेने हैं, बासमती लेने हैं, कितना लेना है, 1 किलो लेना है, राइट? So you have two things. One is title and the other one is description. So likewise we have things over here, that is DT, which is title, right? Title, suppose I have क्या लिखूं यहाँ पे, technical, right? Then comes DD, description, जैसे कि HTML, CSS, JS, React, something like that. Then again comes DT, which says version control, right? So DD GitHub, so git/github, right? And GitLabs. Then comes DT, maybe tools, right? So a DD, I'll say VS Code. Okay, I'll save it and let's see over here, right? So see, ये मेरा skill section हो गया ना. This is my skill section. That my technical skills are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js. Version control में I know Git, GitHub and GitLabs. Then tools में I know VS Code or something like this, right? Right? So I will go with DL over here and I will not go with UL and OL over here. I'll simply comment this. I'll not use this. ठीक है जी? तो my skill section is also done. Yes. हाँ, अरे करते हैं ना भाई, फॉन्ट को चेंज करते हैं ना, रुक जाना भाई, अभी सब करेंगे, डोंट वरी. नाउ सी, वी हैव समथिंग इन माय फुटर सेक्शन. तो फुटर सेक्शन को अभी रहने देते हैं क्या, या और कुछ बचा है? फीडबैक फॉर्म. सो वी हैव अ फीडबैक फॉर्म नाउ, राइट? feedback form, right? So what's there in my feedback form? Since it's a form, right? Since it's a form, so I will use form tag. Ravi, ये क्या क्वेश्चन है buddy? So I will use a form tag over here, and over here what I will do, I will write a input that, okay, write your name first, right? So I will use label. I'll use label for name. I'll use label for name, and I'll say name over here, right? Then I'll add input whose type is text, right? Input whose type is text, name, sorry, ID is name, and I will say placeholder, enter your name here, right? Likewise, I'll simply copy this, and instead of this name, what I'll write email, and over here I'll write email, copy this, paste it, sorry, copy this, paste it, enter your email here, type will be email, save it, ठीक है जी. Then comes my feedback, right? Then comes my, no, I'm not married buddy, I'm just 24, come on, I'm just 24, I'm not married. What does this label tag? I'll tell you what does this label stands for, don't worry, I'll show you. Okay, yeah, my salary is 5 rupees. Yes, my salary is 5 rupees. So now I want label for say feedback. Okay, so I'll copy this, paste it, type over here, I'll say text only, right? Text type का लिखना है, name की जगह पे feedback, ID पे feedback, enter your feedback over here, right? And then I will hit, then I'll use a button which says submit feedback. Right now I'll show you, wait, see. So this is label, the name which is here, email which you see, feedback, and this feedback, this email, and this name, this is known as label, right? This is label, right? Can you tell use of for name and ID? Okay, so basically what I am like this for, right? The for which I have used over here. So this for is for में जो मैंने लिखा है, right? That should be mapped with this ID over here, right? This ID and this for should be mapped, which tells that this label is used for this particular ID, right? This label is used for this particular ID. So to set up a connection, to set up a mapping, right, between this label and this input, I am using this for. This for and this ID is same. This ID should be same to set up a mapping between these input and label. Can we refer the videos in future, or will it? Yes, it will be available. Videos will always be available. You can refer it in this thing. सर आप 24 में इतना कर लिया? अरे भाई कुछ नहीं करा अभी, तो सच में कुछ नहीं आता अभी. लोग 24 साल में बहुत कुछ करके बैठे हुए हैं, अभी तो कुछ भी नहीं किया. Anyways, this footer section I am removing for now. मुझे footer की जरूरत नहीं है. I am removing this footer section. मैं यहाँ से भी इसको remove करता हूँ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. सेव कर दिया, right? So अभी के लिए मेरा complete HTML is ready, right? My complete HTML is ready for now. ठीक है जी, इतना कोई दिक्कत? हाँ, टेक्स्ट एरिया यूज कर सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ठीक है, वी कैन यूज टेक्स्ट एरिया, उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. यहां तक एनीबडी एनी डाउट? टेल मी. मीडिया क्वेरी यार देखते हैं, अगर कल टाइम मिल गया. वैसे मुझे लगता नहीं टाइम मिलेगा, because tomorrow I would be covering a really important topic, that is flex. right? Tomorrow I would be covering a really important topic, but that is display flex. So I don't think so कि उसके बाद मुझे टाइम मिलेगा तुम्हें ये बताने के लिए मीडिया क्वेरी. Okay, see, मतलब if you want I can cover, but I don't want this thing कि मतलब जो चीज मैं कवर कर रहा हूं वो चीज मैं आधी कवर करूं एंड मैं नेक्स्ट टॉपिक पे चला जाऊं. नो, अगर मैं कुछ चीज टेकअप कर रहा हूं तो मैं उसको कंप्लीट करना चाहता हूं, राइट? आई डोंट वांट कि मैं ऐसे थोड़ा थोड़ा टच कर करके सारे टॉपिक्स निकल जाऊं. नो, आई डोंट वांट दैट, राइट? टॉपिक्स कम कवर करेंगे पर जितना करेंगे अच्छे से कवर करेंगे, राइट? दैट इज माय मोटिव. ओके, तो अगर मैं चाहता क्लासेस आईडी सिलेक्टर्स का कंसेप्ट मैं 5 मिनट में खत्म कर सकता था, बट मैंने 15 मिनट उस पर इसलिए लगाया, 15-20 मिनट, कि so that I can have a good deep knowledge, right? Sir, you have like personal YouTube channel? Yes, I have my personal YouTube channel. I have 2 personal YouTube channels, but unfortunately I cannot share it on this platform because Let's Upgrade will not allow me doing that. I cannot promote my personal stuff over here. Okay, so anyways, come back to the topic. Yep. Okay, cool. Let me get some avatars, right? Let me get some avatars, or maybe user avatars. Yum. This avatar is good. So open image in new tab, copy this link, and we will paste this link over here. यहाँ पे I will paste this link, save it, and let's see. Yes, so ये मेरी इमेज होगी. टेल अबाउट प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग रोल. बड़ी प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग का सेशन अभी मेरा कुछ टाइम पहले ही हुआ था. इट्स ऑन लेट्स अपग्रेड का यूट्यूब चैनल. यू कैन रेफर माय प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग सेशन देयर. ठीक है जी, इट्स देयर. सो अभी थोड़ा सा स्टाइलिंग करते हैं. लेट अस डू वन थिंग. सी, नाउ आई एम टारगेटिंग दी बॉडी. नाउ सी दिस थिंग. ये सब कुछ मेरा किसके अंदर है? All these sections, right? All these sections and all these things, these are inside my body tag, right? These are inside my body tag. So what I will do, I'll target this body and I will change the font family. So font family I'm changing to cruiser new. Now what is font? See, ये font change हुआ. Can we have user different types of font? हाँ, मैं कर तो रहा हूँ, वही कर रहा हूँ, right? मैं कर रहा हूँ. नहीं, universal selector is star. Star is a universal selector. Okay, I'm not targeting star, right? So font family means the font style which you are using, right? The font style which you are using, you can change that style. Okay, the font style that you are using, you can change that style by using this font family, right? So I have changed the font family. Okay, अब मुझे क्या करना है? Now what I need to do is कि हाँ, इन सबको एक बॉर्डर्स में लेकर के आते हैं, राइट? आई विल गेट ऑल द डिव्स. तो जितने भी डिव्स है मेरे पास, राइट, आई विल सिंपली टारगेट एलिमेंट सिलेक्टर्स, एंड जितने भी डिव्स है मेरे पास, आई विल डू बॉर्डर, राइट? बॉर्डर ऑफ 2 पिक्सल्स सॉलिड एंड ब्लैक. ओके, 2 पिक्सल सॉलिड एंड ब्लैक. तो ये मेरे जितने भी डिव्स हैं, यू कैन सी ऑल द डिव्स नाउ दे आर इन 2 पिक्सल सॉलिड ब्लैक फॉर्मेट. ठीक है जी, ये कोई दिक्कत? हाँ, क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग पे आई कैन टेक सेशन. कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, राइट? सो ऑल द बॉर्डर्स आर इन माय दिस थिंग. व्हाट? लाइक ऑल द डिव्स आर इन माय बॉर्डर्स, राइट? मेरे डिव्स पे एक बॉर्डर्स बन गया. बॉर्डर रेडियस बता देता हूं. यस, सो इफ यू वांट टू अप्लाई, नाउ सी these borders are very much cornered, right? Corner se they are pointed, right? Corner se they are pointed. Now if you want to do round borders, agar aapko thode se round borders chahiye, so how you can do this? You can do round borders with the help of border radius. So from the borders aapko kitna radius chahiye? So if I do say 20 pixels over here, so you can see this border radius. Can you see rounded borders? You can see these borders are rounded, right? These borders are rounded, right? So to achieve this kind of a structure, to achieve this rounded kind of a structure, I can simply use border radius. Now what I want कि जितने भी ये हैं divs हैं, ये एक दूसरे से चिपके हुए हैं, right? They are tightly packed. They are touching each other. I don't want them to touch each other, right? So what I will do, I will simply apply the margin. मैं इस पे मार्जिन अप्लाई कर दूंगा सो दैट मेरे जो बॉर्डर्स हैं वो एक दूसरे से टच ना हो. Have you covered? No, I have not covered REM, EM, percentage and others. No, I have not covered that. I am going with pixels only. उसके लिए टाइम नहीं है अभी अपने पास, राइट? सो मैं चाहता हूं 20 पिक्सल्स का मार्जिन आ जाए. कैन यू सी दिस? नाउ दे आर स्पेस सेपरेटेड, इजंट इट? नाउ दे आर स्पेस सेपरेटेड. कैन यू सी the space separations from each other, right? Can you see the space separation from each other? Thank you so much, Mr. Srinath. I can take hands-on project on cloud computing, but I'm not sure whether मतलब let's upgrade किसको approach करेगा. So again, I'm not sure for that. Deepika, I'm not sure whether I would be able to cover a media queries in tomorrow's session, because tomorrow I need to cover most important thing, that is display flex. So first I will cover display flex, then I'll get this complete in shape, and once I get this complete in shape, then if time allows me, then I can cover media query also. If time don't allow me, then I cannot cover media query. Okay, cool. So see, now I have a space separated. All these divs are separated by some space, right? That is being with the margin. Now try to understand the difference between margin and padding, right? Now see this project, right? ये project जो है, text जो है, this is very much चिपका to the borders. The text is aligned with the borders. The text is touching the borders, right? The text is touching the borders, right? So if you want space, if you want spaces, see, if you do padding over here, say 10 pixels, right? If you do padding of 10 pixels, now can you see the text is not touching the borders, right? Can you see text is not touching the borders now? If I increase the padding, right? If I increase the padding to say 20 pixels, right? Now see, can you see? So what is margin? What is margin? So margin is the space between two different elements. दो अलग अलग एलिमेंट्स के बीच में जो स्पेस होता है, that is known as your margin. Okay, and the space between your content and border, right? The space within the element is known as your padding. ये चीज हमेशा याद रखना, बहुत बच्चे कंफ्यूज होते हैं, राइट? सो बहुत बच्चे कंफ्यूज होते हैं. द स्पेस आउटसाइड द एलिमेंट इज नोन एज मार्जिन, द स्पेस इनसाइड द एलिमेंट इज नोन एज पैडिंग. दैट्स इट. बहुत सिंपल है. स्पेस आउटसाइड द एलिमेंट इज नोन एज मार्जिन and the space inside the element is known as padding. That's it. ठीक है जी, यहां तक anybody any doubt? अभी देखो ये भी बहुत ज्यादा चिपका है, राइट? ये भी बहुत ज्यादा चिपका है. So what I will do, how can we give space from the bottom? Like what will be the syntax? Space from the bottom, that depends. See Disha, if you want to give space from the bottom to an element, अगर आपको एक element को space देना है from the bottom, then you will use margin bottom, right? If you want to give space to the text and your text is inside the element, right, then you can use padding. If you want to give the space inside the element, then you will use padding bottom. If you want to give space outside the element, you will use margin bottom. Okay, it depends upon scenario to scenario कि आपको किस केस में आपको बॉटम में जो मार्जिन देना है वो आपको कहां देना है, अंदर देना है या बाहर देना है. सर यू वर्क इन गूगल? नो, आई डोंट वर्क इन गूगल बडी. Google is way out of my league. Okay. Google is way out of my league. I don't work in Google. Okay, now see, these content are chipka, right? These content are chipka. So I need to give space to this content from this. What is this? क्या है ये? लेफ्ट हैंड साइड, राइट? आई नीड टू गिव स्पेस टू दिस लेफ्ट हैंड साइड, बट इस कंटेंट को मैं अगर स्पेस दूंगा तो क्योंकि मेरे को अंदर स्पेस देना है, राइट? आई नीड टू गिव स्पेस इनसाइड. ये क्या है मेरा? ये क्या है मेरा? ये एक सेक्शन है, राइट? दिस इज अ सेक्शन. ओके, दिस इज अ सेक्शन. सो व्हाट आई विल डू नाउ, व्हाट आई विल डू नाउ, मेरे सेक्शन पे जाऊंगा एंड सेक्शन पे पैडिंग लेफ्ट दे दूंगा. कितनी पैडिंग लेफ्ट दे दूंगा? 20 पिक्सल्स की. सो इफ आई गिव पैडिंग लेफ्ट टू माय सेक्शन, नाउ सी, नाउ दिस कंटेंट जो मेरा पहले चिपका चिपका सा था, दिस इमेज एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स, नाउ इट इज अलाइंड perfectly in the center. How can you place in center? So when it comes to placing it in center, that we will do tomorrow, right? That we will do tomorrow, right? I can tell you to do center by using text line, but that is not recommended. Okay, we would be using flex, we would be using display flex to do this in center, right? I'll not be telling you by using text alignment, no. Okay, यार अगेन नितिश, इफ टाइम अलाउज, सी मतलब 3 दिन के बूट कैंप में वी कैन नॉट कवर एवरीथिंग ना. वी नीड टू बी शॉर्ट, राइट? सो तो इंपॉर्टेंट है, लाइक फ्लेक्स इज इंपॉर्टेंट, तो फ्लेक्स मैं डेफिनेटली कवर करूंगा. फ्लेक्स इज इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? अगर फ्लेक्स कल टाइम पे कवर नहीं होता है, इफ आई नीड टू एक्सटेंड द क्लास, आई विल एक्सटेंड द क्लास, बट फ्लेक्स आई विल डेफिनेटली कवर. फ्लेक्स इज इंपॉर्टेंट. ठीक है यार, अभी के लिए एनीबडी एनी डाउट सो फार? टेल मी. किसी को कोई डाउट है? यू कैन टेल मी. No, Prasad, you cannot get a job by just preparing HTML, CSS. No, you need to know JavaScript, you need to know React. Okay, you cannot get a job by just preparing HTML and CSS. Yeah, I need to push the code in my Git. Yes. I need to push the code in my Git. Yes. Terminal. Okay. Get dot get commit. अरे बाप रे, इतना सारा है. Get commit -m, portfolio started, get push. डन गाइस, मैंने गिटहब पे पुश कर दिया है. थैंक यू सो मच दिशा, मैंने गिटहब पे पुश कर दिया है. वुड यू ऐड इमेज टू द बैकग्राउंड ऑफ द बॉडी? यस, आई कैन ऐड इमेज टू द बैकग्राउंड ऑफ द बॉडी. वो कल देखते हैं, ठीक है? कल वी कैन सी दैट. हाँ भाई, जा रहा हूँ, 8 बज गए. ठीक है, जा रहा हूं मैं. मेरे से ज्यादा तुम्हें दिक्कतें हैं. सॉरी टू से, व्हाट सॉरी टू से दिशा? ऐसा क्या बोल दिया तुमने भाई? अच्छा ही तो बोला है, उसमें सॉरी क्या बोल रहा? GitHub link I have already shared yesterday, but let me share it with you again. Let me share the GitHub link once again. So guys, here is the GitHub link. ठीक है, this is my GitHub. Okay, कॉपी दिस. सो लेट्स अपग्रेड. मैं एक बार ये आपको भेज रहा हूँ, प्लीज आप एक बार इसको चैट में भेज दीजिए. गाइस, दिस इज माय गिटहब लिंक, राइट? सो यू कैन गेट लाइक दिस गिटहब लिंक फ्रॉम द चैट. ओके, अरे ठीक है, मैं समझ गया था, कोई बात नहीं, लेट इट बी. ओके, वन शो द फुल कोड. ओके यार, कोड मैं दिखा देता हूँ. कोड देख के क्या करूँ? गिटहब पे डाल दिया ना कोड भाई, गिटहब से ले लो यार कोड, कम ऑन. ओके, सो यस. Okay then guys, I guess that's it for today. We'll meet you again in tomorrow's session. ठीक है जनता, तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, गुड नाइट, एंजॉय करना बहुत बहुत सारा. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच विश्वजीत. Okay then guys, bye, good night everyone. ठीक है, let's upgrade. I guess we can end the session. Thank you so much.